at Jennifer Cunningham Insurance, we understand the need of expatriates, and that's why we work closely with Generali Seguros, one of Spain's most respected insurance providers, bringing you competitive price policies. And our policies are designed to remove the stress and confusion, offering practical cover and flexible terms.
And what makes Jennifer Cunningham Insurances stand out for your car insurance? What's the big thing?
Well, we offer a number of different things. For example, any driver cover. So that means for people over the age of 25 with 2 years of experience, they can drive the vehicle without having to be personally named on the policy. We've got full breakdown assistance, including if you break down at home. You also get a replacement vehicle. So up to 45 days for fire and theft, you would be covered for 45 days for a replacement vehicle, 35 days after an accident. Then you have windscreen cover, and there's no excess on that at all to pay. You've then got extended breakdown cover. For example, if your vehicle is in a garage for more than 7 days after a breakdown, we'll give you a replacement vehicle from day 8. So that's good to know. Also, to provide extended support to our valued clients, we have our own in-house renewals and claims team. So if you do have to make a claim, for example, there's somebody there. We've got some amazing advisors that can, lead you through the process just to make it as easy and stress-free as possible. And also, when insuring your vehicle, we ensure that all the seats are covered in the vehicle. So in the event of an accident, you can have peace of mind that all passengers have extended protection against things like death, invalidity, and including medical expenses as well.
It's a new one on me, that. I didn't realise that some seats might not be covered with some policies that you might get from other insurers. Yeah.
It is quite surprising, because we have some people that switch over to us as an insurer, and when we look at their old policies, not always, but sometimes not all the passengers are covered. Sometimes it's just the driver. So it's always very important to check that.
Yeah, and obviously we're in a different country, so we don't always... Everything that we would normally perhaps expect in another country, so for expats, might not always be the same as it is in Britain or in the Netherlands or in Germany or something, with some Spanish insurance companies. So this way round, you know exactly what you're getting. And what sort of support is it that somebody needs when something goes wrong?
Well, something that's very important to know, that if you're in an accident, it's so important to complete and sign an accident report form with the other party at the scene, because this helps speed up the claims process. And if you do need if you need a form, if you're insured with us, we can provide that. And we normally do once someone takes a policy out with us, along with breakdown assistance details. We provide all of this to our clients, and our bilingual claims team will also help with the rest. So we've got people that speak English and Spanish. Yeah,
you mentioned that about the claims team being in-house, and that's probably quite good for people to know that they can speak in their own language and not have any difficulties in what's not always a very stressful situation.
Exactly, yeah, that's right, because, they liaise with Generali, because not everybody's can speak fluent Spanish. So it's very important. It's important to know that you've got the support there from Jennifer Cunningham's claims team.
And what about a worst case scenario? Let's say your car is written off. What happens then?
Okay, so in the event of a total loss, that's what we call it, we offer exceptional compensation. So there's up to 100% of the vehicle's original value, depending on its age. And also, if the car is over 4 years old, we will pay the market value plus 30%, and no excess is deducted.
That sounds pretty, it's not something that you might get from just any old insurance company off the street. No. That's quite reassuring, as it were. Some people, of course, though, still have cars registered in their own home countries, UK registered, for instance. And is it possible to insure those cars in Spain?
Yeah, absolutely. So we can insure them, but there are a few conditions. So, for example, the car has to physically be in Spain when the policy starts. And also you need to have a home insurance policy with us. and a limit of 2 UK plated cars per client can be covered. But it's not just UK. We had someone today that's wanting to bring over a car from France. So, it's not just restricted to UK plated cars, but we do tailor each policy to fit those specifics.
Right, I see. And also, of course, then if people are bringing their vehicles to Spain and they're coming here to live, they might need temporary insurance while re-registering as well.
That's right. And transferring plates from the UK, the EU, Canada, or even the USA, we do offer a 3-month temporary policy to ensure that you're road legal while sorting out the Spanish registration.
Oh, that's good to know then. Depending on, wherever you come from, that's still possible, because I hadn't really thought about Canada and the USA. But of course, a lot more people are moving here from there these days.
Yeah, definitely. They really are. So we see it all the time. We've got lots of different nationalities bringing over different vehicles that are outside of Spain.
It's still possible to get that insurance whilst you're waiting for the plate change.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, and then we can just then do a whole new policy once the vehicle's been registered on Spanish plates.
All right, let's talk classic cars and bikes. I do like a classic car, but that's generally just because I keep mine for so long. They become classics while I've got them. So what about a classic car? Can you offer fully comp for a classic car?
Well, for members of classic car clubs, we can offer fully comprehensive insurance, and our classic car policies include full European cover, roadside assistance and recovery from your home. And we do the requirements are we need a photo-based valuation to ensure accurate cover and available for UK or Spanish plates.
Okay.
So that's the process.
Good to know, because I think I've got a couple of more years before mine becomes a classic. What about motorcycle insurance? Varied and different it is. And is that straightforward, though?
Yeah, we also tailor for motorcycle insurance for both Spanish and UK plated bikes, subject to terms, of course, with flexible options to match your riding style and your usage. So, yeah, we can do that, no problem.
All right. And what about when we get visitors over from the UK? I'm thinking more now specifically younger members of the family visiting.
Okay, so it's... Basically, you can cover younger family members who are visiting. So we cater to families visiting. We offer a temporary coverage for those using their parents' vehicle during their stay.
Okay, plenty of information there. But as we always say with insurance, Kellie, we're all different, and people might have some other questions to do with car insurance, or indeed, of course, any of the other insurances that Jennifer Cunningham offer. So how do people get in touch?
Okay, so it's easy. Just visit our website, www.jennifercunningham.net. We are currently updating our website with a more user-friendly and fresher look, so that's exciting. So, look out on all of our Facebook pages and everything, because we'll be launching that very soon. Also, you can email us on info@jennifercunningham.net. And if you're on social media, find us on Facebook, as I always say, by searching Jennifer Cunningham Insurance, and you'll see updates and helpful information. We're also on Google, where you can read our 5-star reviews and leave your own experience if you're a client of ours. And we're really keen to expand also our collaborator network.
So what's that exactly, a collaborator network? Is that's companies that you deal with and work in partnership with?
Yeah, so especially across Spain's expat communities, if you're listening and you're well connected in your area, maybe running a business selling vehicles or working in real estate, we'd definitely love to hear from you.
All right, so you're talking specifically then, we've been talking today about motor insurance, but of course the other types of insurance that Jennifer Cunningham offers, like home insurance, for instance, might come in to that sort of category with somebody who's working as an estate agent or similar?
Exactly. I mean, we've already spoke about the different things. We do funeral insurance, health insurance, car, home, travel. So there's lots of different things that we can offer. So if you're in any of those kind of industries where you have people that, would like an A1 service, get in touch with us because we can help you.
And travel is your area of expertise, isn't it? Where have you been recently? Well,
I have just come back from Greece, actually, so that was lovely. Yeah, I've just been there, got back a couple of weeks ago, so yeah.
Okay.
It's all over now. Soon get back to reality, don't we?
I'm sure you've got another holiday on the horizon.
I have, actually. My son's just moved to Canada recently, so I'm going to Canada for Christmas and New Year this year, so that's very exciting.
Fabulous. You jet setter.
I'm very cold.
Yeah, you'll be able to ski. Yes, absolutely, you will.
Exactly.
And you know, the way that politics are going, there have been some stories that perhaps, Canada might be closer to joining the EU than having a free trade agreement with the United States. So, half of those troubles might be gone.
That's
you never
right.
know.
That's it. It might be closer than we think. Exactly.
Brilliant. Lovely to talk to you, Kellie.
And you, Kel. Thank you very much.
Have a great month. We'll talk again soon.
And you.